Hi, I'm Brian Munns from Prismatic. On this channel, I like to dig into the problems that come up over and over when you're building and managing integrations, and today's is a big one, which is syncing large amounts of data. It's a problem basically everyone building serious integrations has hit, and it's one that we just shipped native support for, so I want to walk through why this problem is so painful and prevalent, and yes, I'll plug Prismatic a bit and talk about what fixing it actually looks like. And so say you're syncing Salesforce accounts into your app as they're created. That part is not very difficult, but if your customer also wants to backfill every account from the past year, or in general has a large data flow, this could be thousands and thousands of records. So if you had to import, say, 100,000 records at 10 records a second, that's about 3 hours of processing. And on top of this, there's an architectural issue, which is to run executions reliably at scale, every integration platform runs each one inside a bounded envelope of time and memory. And that envelope is measured in minutes, not hours. And so that's fine for normal integration work, but a 3-hour backfill does not fit within that box. And that's where things break, and that's where things get very complicated. And so the misconception is that moving the data is the hard part, and it's not. The hard part is everything around it, with chunking the data set, tracking cursors so that you can resume, handling the batch that fails at 40,000 records out of 80,000, staying under rate limits, and then monitoring all of that when your one sync is actually a dozen spiderwebby, Frankenstein-y pieces. And the usual workarounds like recursive flows or fanning out across flows, etc., those are fragile and they work fine right up until a customer shows up with an even bigger data set. Of course, this is one of the reasons why an iPaaS platform is still a nice option. So here's what we did at Prismatic. Quick context if you're new here, Prismatic has a code-native option to its platform, meaning developers can build integrations as actual code in TypeScript in their own IDEs. With large data syncs, your flows trigger now defines how to page through the records, and the platform handles the batching from there. One trigger covers both jobs, which is the initial backfill of all of that data initially when the instance deploys, and then ongoing changes after that, sharing the same downstream logic in case there are future huge batches as well. And the whole sync rolls up into a single execution with batch level visibility, so you see exactly which batch failed and where. On top of that, concurrency controls are built in, so you can run batches in parallel without steamrolling somebody's API rate limit. And as a quick note, this is live for Code Native today. Low-code and embedded workflow builder support is coming next. It's also opt-in, so nothing changes in your existing integrations until you build with it. Docs, a working Salesforce example, and a full workshop walkthrough are all linked below, and I will see you next time.